going on, guys? Welcome to the Morning Tea. I'm your girl, Alex Schiffman, and I am joined by the amazing, wonderful Courtney Revolution. How you doing, Courtney?
Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Tea Tribe. I'm Courtney Revolution. Welcome to the Morning Tea. I'm hanging in there, girl. I'm feeling fine. We're close to Friday, so my aura is feeling very confident and strong, girl. How you feeling today, girl? How you doing?
I am doing well. You know, Thursday is before Friday, probably the best day of the week. You get that excitement. We're close to the weekend. We talk about this. So Friday Junior is my day. So I'm feeling good. This is a thick Thursday filled with some hot tea, and I'm ready to spill all of it. So it's gonna be a great show. How was your Wednesday night, Courtney?
I had a really good night, Alex. Something that I checked out for the first time, I had never even heard of it. I just randomly opened up my HBO Max app. I watched a show called Singletown last night.
Oh.
To me, I look at it as sort of like HBO's like Love Island. So they take these couples that are on the verge of like breaking up, put like one half of the couple in one house, the other half of the couple in another house, and then they send each individual party on dates. And then they like find out like whether they're gonna get together, like back together in the end of the show, or whether they're gonna run off into the sunset with like a new partner that the production has like put them on a date with. So it's really interesting so far. I think I'm gonna finish this one, girl. Normally I'm a 3-episoder, but I might finish her.
That sounds right in my alley. They actually do the Island like in the middle of the thing, try to shake it up, and they send the boys to a different villa, and they bring in new girls, and the same with the girls, and new men in. Uh-huh. They do exactly what we're talking about and try to test the relationships. So down for that. Where on again?
It's on the HBO Max app. I was actually going to check out Jelena and Chef, and I wound up getting distracted. So now I have to do that tonight, right before Cell Pink come through with the ice cream. So I definitely will be watching Jelena. But Singletown stole my wig.
Oh my gosh! Speaking of that, is tonight. I not wait. We're of course going to talk about it on the show tomorrow. Tea Tribe, if you are excited for Cell Pink to be released finally, let us know in the chat. Put those credits in because we are so excited. It's almost here. But before you watch that, Courtney, I have to talk about an amazing tribute Amber Riley is doing for, of course, former Glee star Naya Rivera on the Jimmy Kimmel Show tonight. I am so excited to kind of see this beautiful tribute. I'm sure it's going to be amazing on the show. How are you excited to watch that?
I'm very excited, Alex, excuse me, y'all, for Amber Riley, because I feel like she at times may have been like overlooked vocally. So I'm ready for her to drop an album, and I feel like sort of paying a tribute to her late friend is such a good way to do that. So I'm excited for her. We know that it's going to be a great performance, and there are only good things on the horizon for Miss Riley.
Yes, I am very excited to see that as well. But of course, we got to talk about what's on the show today. If you're just joining us, we will get to our OMT of the day, which has to do with our girl Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom. Some exciting news. We're going to tell you all about their brand new baby that's finally here. But till then, we're going to break down the other tea we have to spill on the show. Here's what we're talking about today. First up, we have Tamra Judge confirms firing. NeNe's firing. And before NeNe actually confirmed it, and NeNe is not happy with this news. Then Meg Thee Stallion calls out Tory Lanez, but Chris Brown is trending. So people are, what's going on with that? Cardi B has some words for First Lady Melania Trump in response to someone else. She tweeted something. We're going to get into that. Then Noah Schnaps is using the N-word. Some old video resurfaced, and he is apologizing for what went on. Bella Thorne is making millions. Do you know how, Courtney? You're not going to believe how.
Actually, I do know how, girl.
Yeah, we're going to get into that. And then are Shawn Mendes and Camila broken up? Fans are speculating that they're actually together. So break down that couple's Thera-Tea, and then Gigi Hadid. If you haven't seen her gorgeous baby pump pics, we're going to talk about that. Khloe continues to stay quiet while Lamar has some exciting news. He picked a wedding date with him and Sabrina, his fiance. Then Kris Jenner, in a brand new Kim Kardashian's clip, is very emotional about not seeing MJ during the pandemic. So we're going to break that down. And Kanye is suing Ohio for not letting him be on the ballot. So we'll break down that as well. There's a lot to talk about. This is some piping hot tea. It is a thick Thursday, if I've seen one, right?
It's real thick. Girl, we have a very full docket today. I'm very excited because overlooking at all the news today, I was like, ooh, we have some nice prime cuts today. So you already know I'm ready to dig in, girl.
Yes. We're having a technical difficulty, so I'm gonna hop into another link, and hopefully this fixes everything. Who is watching? Don't worry. Here we go.
Oh, it is just me. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Revolution Detective Agency, and this is the morning tea. Now, you guys, I got some questions for you. Lives of Beverly Hills last night. Because I missed it, but I saw the trailer for this reunion, and I just want to let y'all know that this is going to be something that you do not want to miss. Now, you guys know that Miss Denise Richards has been going on with this alleged lie between whether she hooked up with Miss Brandy Glanville or not, but it appears as though Denise Richards is getting the girls all together at the reunion. We saw that trailer, and y'all need to get into that. Hey, girl, I was just catching them up on some Beverly Hills, girl. I missed it, so I wanted to give them the little bit of tea about the reunion, girl. Girl, turn that microphone on. Turn that microphone on, girl. Girl, where you at, girl? Alex Schiffman, we can't hear you, but you are artful. Boo. That's a good top too, Alex. Shout out to you. Is that Snake? Give me a little Cobra action, girl. Let's get some stars in the chat if you're getting into Alex's top, because I'm here for it. Tasha is saying, wow, Courtney Revolution, have you been working out? That t-shirt fits you perfectly. Where is it from? Tasha, you already know what time it is. All of my good shirts that y'all like a lot like this, girl, this come right from Old Navy. And she was very, very cheap. I think she might have been under $12, to be honest. But let's talk. Oh, Wesley already said, for which music release are you most excited about? Y'all already know I'm very excited. For Alex, you back, girl? Girl, where you at? Alex, you're the difference. Where you at? 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 All right, y'all. Well, while we wait for Alex, I'm gonna go right on ahead, and I'm gonna pour the tea, bam, while Leo get her audio together. And we're going to talk about, let me fill it up, y'all. Bam. Let's get into, Alex, are you here, girl? Let me she ain't even here, y'all. Let me pull it back up, y'all. Anyway, let's get into the breakdown of what the show is going to be about today. So we've got Tamra Judge confirming her firing, and it pisses off Nene Leakes. We have Megan Thee Stallion calling out Tory Lanez, and Chris Brown is actually trending, which we're trying to get to the bottom of. We have Cardi B having some words for the first lady. Alex, are you back, girl?
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, girl. We can't see you, girl.
There we go. I am back, and we talk about tea. Sorry, tribe. Listen. We thought this was going to be a great big Thursday, but as life happens, and this work from home life happens, there is always technology to worry about. But don't worry. We are. Courtney, did you get into the news yet?
Girl, I was in the midst of running down what we were going to get into today, but I didn't even start yet. So, girl, if you want to run down through the tea and let them know what's going to happen, girl, take the wheel. You know I ain't got no license. Alex is my
Did you guys like my smile for this morning? Listen. The smile is on point for this Katy Perry news that we're going to later in the show. So that zoom in, don't. Okay, listen. So as we talked about, Tamra Judge kind of confirmed that NeNe Leakes was essentially fired from Real Housewives of Atlanta. Tamra shared a throwback photo of herself and now fired Dorinda May, who we talked about yesterday, Real Housewives of New York. Tamra welcomed her to the other side, referring to housewives who are no longer on the show. She said, "At Dorinda, you will be missed, icon, but it's pretty amazing on the other side. Hashtag Kiki, hashtag Tamra, hashtag Leanne, hashtag NeNe, hashtag LVP, hashtag Bethany, hashtag Dorinda, gone but never forgotten." So, not long after Tamra's post began making, NeNe deleted her Insta account, but not before taking to Twitter to share some words about Black women, saying, quote, "Support Black women, protect Black women. You have no idea what they've been through or the weight they have carried on their backs silently. Thank you. Bye." So it's been said that Bravo will offer the fired housewife a bad deal for a fraction of the money and less episodes. This basically gives the fired housewife two options: accept the bad deal, make an image-saving exit while working for per episode, or refuse the announce her departure. So since the network technically never fires a housewife in the legal sense, they're protected to a certain degree if a housewife were to threaten any type of wrongful termination or discrimination lawsuit. So NeNe probably wasn't ready, in my opinion, to announce this departure, and she probably just flooded with comments and DMs to temporarily disable it. I don't know if necessarily deleted her social media. How do you feel about this, Courtney?
I'm not surprised at all. I want to say shout out to Natalie. Natalie saying, "I love how you never panic and react on point." Natalie, I'm a YouTuber. This is natural for me. Alex, I really am curious to know if NeNe Leakes is not returning to Real Housewives of Atlanta, why it is such a big deal for her. Obviously, we don't know if things are happening behind the scenes, but I'm very curious to know what they offered her. I gotta be honest, NeNe Leakes has been a friend of the show before, where they've started a season, Alex, and girl, it was no NeNe. And in my opinion, as a viewer, the season was doing this, and they brought NeNe in right on a cash trip as a surprise, which I feel like production sort of rang her phone and was like, "Girl, we need you." And then the season was fine. I'm not a fan of NeNe-less seasons, much like when Bethany is not on Real Housewives of New York. So it sucks that she was potentially outed that way. Do you think that she's going to return with like a statement? I don't think she's going to say anything to Tamra. Alex, now, girl, we can't hear you now. Girl, where you at? Alex, we can't hear you, mommy. We just see your lips move. Ooh, 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 ooh. Alex, what's going on the Twisted Thursday, girl? Alex, we can't hear you, girl. Girl, you might as well unplug that microphone, girl, and get into the raw audio, girl. You unplugged it and then you can't hear yourself, girl? Leo, you got her muted, girl? I don't think Leo got you muted, girl. It might just be a technical something, girl. Your laptop's not muted, right, girl? No?
Alex, try restarting your computer.
Gotcha. All right. Let's jump right back on into it, you guys. I personally, I'm curious to know why NeNe is making it such a big deal if she's leaving the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you guys know, I've told you in the past that NeNe Leakes has like another sort of gig lined up that I have seen involving like glam teams, and it's sort of like a competition. So, I mean, it's not like NeNe doesn't have a bag, allegedly, hanging out in the coat closet. So, I mean, if you're not on the show, I promise you, you will be missed, obviously. But sometimes it's more so about on to bigger and better things. I don't think that she's going to address Tamra. Like, what is that going to do but create drama, you know? So we'll have to see about that. Kat is already talking about ice cream. Selena is saying happy Thursday. Bailey is saying, you got it, Leo. Y'all know Leo works so hard, y'all. These wires get crossed, and we are sitting up here in the midst of a technical difficulty. But you know what? The tea don't stop. Because right now we've got Megan Thee Stallion news. Well, sort of kind of Megan Thee Stallion news. Chris Brown is actually trending over the Tory Lanez and Megan Thee Stallion sort of violent debacle. Of course, as you guys know, Megan Thee Stallion named Tory Lanez as the person that shot her. We saw the Instagram live. But there are people online that are sort of comparing the situation to Chris Brown's domestic abuse situation with Rihanna. And Chris is not happy at all, you guys. He wrote on Instagram, "Leave my effing name out of someone else's situation. Y'all not finna involve me in this bleep, 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 meow, B word. Y'all make me sick with this lame suck my or you know what else to do with that." And there, of course, were people that had comments about it. We had someone on Twitter saying, "Yikes, people will literally never forget Chris Brown. You in the Hall of Fame now, like Ike Turner. Tory Lanez, your name will always be mentioned." Honestly, you guys, I feel like the situations are, of course, they're different, but they're a little similar as well. And I think that the key part about this should focus on as it relates to Chris Brown is the fact that there was violence towards a woman, a celebrity. It was amplified. We all knew about it. And unfortunately, every single time we sort of have like a domestic violence moment, I believe that Chris Brown is going to get dragged into it. Also, I would like to say that just because Rihanna has forgiven him, Rihanna may have even gone on to date him, y'all, that doesn't mean that the public has to acknowledge that apology as well. Kat is saying, "Ooh, gosh, yikes." Freaky Walrus is saying, "Where is Kelsey at, though? Meg's best friend is quiet and salty AF." And for those of you guys that do not know, Kelsey was actually in the car with Megan Thee Stallion, Tory Lanez, and Tory's security. So we've kind of heard from Megan a lot. We haven't really heard a lot from Tory Lanez outside of him liking things on Instagram, but Kelsey has been shh. So it'll be very interesting to see what happens when she does say something. Alex, I hear shuffling. You back, girl?
Hello, and can you hear me?
Bam. We can hear you, girl, and you're nice and crispy like a baconator from Wendy's, girl. Shout out to Leo. Can we get some lion emojis in the chat, y'all?
Yes. Shout out to Courtney for taking over, holding down the fort. T-Tribe, apologies for all of this technology drama, but we told you it was going to be a thick Thursday filled with trouble. We didn't tell you that, but we're back. Okay, we're talking about Chris Brown, right?
Yeah, girl, we talking about Chris Brown getting brought up in the midst of this Megan Thee Stallion situation. That it's fair to him, Alex. I said that I thought that every single time a domestic abuse situation comes up with a man and a woman, he will be dragged into it. And it is unfortunate, but it is basically a part of pop culture history. What do you think?
I think that this is a very, sensitive situation. I understand Chris's frustration with kind of being attached to something he has nothing to do with. However, like you said, his kind of public fight with Rihanna, this, domestic abuse kind of issues and allegations that were very, very public, it's part of pop culture. So he's going to be brought up in conversations like this, whether or not he likes it. But I do understand wanting to not be brought up into every conversation, but I don't think that will happen for him, unfortunately. I think it is part of pop culture, like you said. But speaking of pop culture and crossovers and all of that, let's get into this Cardi B news because this was an interesting story. So according to Breitbart News, Cardi B suggested that the First Lady, Melania Trump, was a prostitute. So in a vulgar tweet, the leftist artist said, quote, "Didn't she used to sell that walk?" Cardi B also tweeted a topless photo of Melania Trump taken for a French magazine when she was a 25-year-old model. Cardi B made this suggestion in response to a tweet from Deanna Lorraine, a Republican and former congressional candidate, who says, quote, "America needs far more women like Melania Trump and far less like Cardi B." Lorraine tweeted that late Tuesday during the Republic National Convention. So how do you feel about this news and Cardi B kind of putting Melania blast, so to speak?
Truthfully, Alex, this is how I feel. I feel like if society were more comfortable with sex work and sexuality, this wouldn't even be a story. So I feel like y'all need to leave people that are sexually liberated alone, especially if you have sexually liberated skeletons in your closet as well. And here we go, Miss First Lady. Here you go. So, at least I'll say this. At least Cardi from the jump told us that she was an exotic dancer. Somehow she's still able to walk the streets after drugging and robbing men. So what I can give her is that she's open about it, Alex. And I feel like if Melania was open about the stuff that she's done, then there would be no cards to pull, you know?
Yeah. And I think a lot of people agree with you that this is a little hypocritical because, you know, she is basically posing in a nude photo. And however, you know, a lot of people are upset because she is still the first lady. However you feel political wise, like, you know, there should be some sort of respect. But I see both sides.
Some respect to Melania Trump for being a jackass, Alex? No, I'm good on that. I disagree respectfully. I don't need to respect nobody's Melania Trump after Cardi done sat up there and posted that picture. She's sitting up there with her lady bits out. Goodbye. I'm not respecting.
No. That's
I feel like if Melania left people alone, people wouldn't feel the need to disrespect her.
Right. Agreed. T-Tribe, let us know your thoughts about this Cardi B kind of clapback. Do you like the way she responded to Deanna Lorraine? Let us know. We love to break it down. Move on to this Noah Schnapp news. This is an interesting story. Noah was singing along to Freaky Friday by Chris Brown and Lil Dicky, and the video has been circulating on social media with the hashtag Noah Schnapp is over party. Began trending on Twitter as the video was shared more and more, of course. Noah Schnapp, for those that don't know, from Stranger Things. In 2019, the clip was originally posted by one of Schnapp's friends on Instagram, and he could be seen singing and dancing to the hit. So Noah himself said he replaced the N-word with neighbor and would never use that language. His apology came on Instagram stories. He said, quote, "Hi guys, recently a video from last summer has gotten out of me dancing and singing along a song while singing the word neighbor over the N-word. I would truly never say the N-word, and I'm not that type of person. I generally have never used that word in my life. Using the word neighbor in that song was just something my camp friends and I did. I hope you all understand. I could never even think about doing that. My friends also would never post a video or support me if I was saying that slur without hesitation. I apologize for using a replacement word. It is not my place to use one, and I should have kept my mouth shut. I understand why it is found offensive, and I am so, so sorry."
Bam. Leo, can you put that back up one time? The quote, "I apologize for using a replacement word. It is not my place to use one, and I should have kept my mouth shut. I understand why it is found offensive, and I am so sorry." Perfection. Because the apology should be for using the replacement word. You don't need to be lipping it. You don't need your lips should stop moving. Period. No voice, no audio. Thank you, Leo. I love that part of his apology because he is directly apologizing and addressing exactly what he did, and it did not take 1,700 years, Camila Cabello, to come out and apologize. So Noah, me personally, I can forgive that, especially because he also is young, and it was not a thing that took 3 to 4 summers to get an apology for. We're not on Stranger Things, the movie, and he's on the red carpet, and now this is a scandal. It came out, he addressed it, and for me personally, I can move on and accept that apology. How do you feel about it, Alex? Do you think that that was appropriate to do in the timing?
I think that his apology seemed very genuine. I think it was a mistake. I think, you know, I completely agree with everything you feel about the situation. I think that he is young, and he came right out and apologized. He addressed it right when he should, and I think that's something we've talked about before is part of this entire movement is educating yourself and accepting, you know, faults or being naive or having privilege, all of that is part of the movement. So I think him addressing it with this apology was great. So this isn't the first time he has been under fire for shocking remarks made on social media after his followers noticed he was friends with someone who ran a controversial fan page on Instagram, which previously shamed co-star Millie Bobby Brown. He took Twitter to apologize. His apology said, "Hey everyone, so I see a lot of people upset on the internet over some things. First, I want to apologize for hurting anyone at all. You all matter most to me," he tweeted on July 16th. "I know some of you guys feel like your feelings are being invalidated, which I'm sorry for. I never meant to defend anybody's actions. This Instagram account has since been deactivated and the actor denied being a bad friend to his castmate." So, he's been a little controversial, which is very, very, interesting to me because, he's pretty low key. He's an actor on Stranger Things. That's really all we know about. We see some videos of him and Millie, who I'm sure she's over it, because they're filming dance videos together in a bedroom. They're still very, very young and not really involved in the drama. So it's just crazy to me that he's had this much kind of controversy come his way. But I do appreciate
we have a lot of I feel like for them, Alex, they have a lot of examples now of what to do. You get what I'm saying? Because their generation, I feel like, is like they can look at a Miley, they can look at anyone, any of these celebrities that have done something wild and crazy, they can look at and be like, well, let me not do that. Girl, where my handler? Yeah. Girl, let me go to the playpen. Good night. I'm glad.
Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of apologies, Bella Thorne is not apologizing for her success on OnlyFans. The girl is breaking records. She earns over $1 million. So adult entertainment seems to be suiting one former child star. Of course, Bella is this is not completely shocking. Bella has been on this kind of, mature, a little scandalous track for a few years. But Bella has broken the internet. She's making history as the first to make more than $1 million through an OnlyFans account. So, T-Tribe, if you don't know what an OnlyFans account is, so the site is basically a paid subscription platform known for racy, pornographic content, which is growing in popularity, attracting celebrities to participate in offering more of themselves, but only to fans. That's where the name comes from, willing to pay a premium price to see. Now, it could be something, I think it can be any type of content. You know what I mean? It can get racy and graphic, but it can be exclusive content that you can't see anywhere else. I think they can kind of choose. So former Disney star Bella announced the launch of her OnlyFans account on her verified social media platform on August 14th. So it's really only been like 2 weeks. For a subscription rate of $20 a month, she's been using the platform to share personal content and never before seen photos and videos. Our OnlyFans content creators receive 80% of their subscription revenue and can also receive tips from their more generous fans. So even though she reportedly made over $2 million in 2 weeks from the platform, Thorne isn't in it just for the money. So she's planning to use the money for her production company, which I guess kind of benefits her as well, and also give some to charity, which is interesting. So isn't that crazy? Do you think Bella Thorne would be giving this money to charity? Does that news shock you a little bit?
I think that that's the only part of it that shocks me. First of all, congratulations to Bella Thorne for securing the bag. Sex is great. Porn is even better at times. And OnlyFans is very, very, very popular. Shout out to sex workers. Don't shame sex workers in the chat. I think that this is great. There are lots of my friends that have struggled financially, especially during the pandemic, and they're very attractive. And I feel like if you're attractive and you can get people to literally pay $20 to see something that may, or at times, most likely the celebrities may or may not be already on their Instagram, why not? I know people, Alex, that are out here buying Teslas off OnlyFans only. Before the pandemic, there were people that were going to see their favorite K-pop act. They were going to see Luna Girl strictly off of the OnlyFans. The payments every month. You got to think, if you can get 165 likes and someone's only paying $10, Multiply that by 10, girl. That's a bag. So shout out to Bella Thorne. If you're a celebrity, that just means you have a platform, and OnlyFans is just simply a paywall to sort of guide people into feeling like they have another little peek in your life. Most of the times it's sexually. But hey, people would pay for porn otherwise, so why not pay for porn from someone that you lust after on Twitter or your favorite celebrity like Bella Thorne, you know?
Yeah, Alonce in the chat said, I thought OnlyFans promoted exclusive music with the with the cover eye emoji.
No.
Exclusive music with a cute photo too. I've also heard like people, you know, there's feet fetishes and all different kinds of stuff.
We have a T-Tribe member named Nick Alex, and Nick love him some feet. So y'all see his comments on the Celebrity Bites videos. He's been here for years. So I want to take this moment to say shout out to Nick, the foot guy. We love and appreciate your foot fetish. We do not fetish shame here. Or yuck, anyone's yum. So yeah, when you say feet, my mind always goes to Nick, the foot guy, because that's what we call him. Shout out to Nick.
Totally. And, you know, at least money is going to charity. You know, I probably wouldn't have an OnlyFans account. That's just me. But, you know, like you said, you shouldn't shame anyone for doing what they choose to do and how they want to make their money. And at least there's a positive aspect of it. She's giving some of the money to charity. So that's great. Mm-hmm. We don't necessarily know what charity that is, but whatever she chooses to give money to, listen, good for her, at least surviving this quarantine in very interesting ways. But speaking of that, or a couple that may be surviving the quarantine, let's get into our couples Thera-Tea, because we got to talk about this Sean and Camila. I know, your favorite couple. So fans are spreading rumors that the split, which was reported, is not actually real. So it was reported the two singers had called it quits, were spending some time apart after staying in quarantine together in Camila's Miami home. Fans are totally proving that it's not the case, and they even have some interesting receipts to show that their breakup is just a rumor. So one fan pointed out that Camila was wearing one of Sean's sweaters in a recent Instagram post. The photo was posted on August 14th, a day after In Touch reported on their breakup. According to another fan, the couple has been spotted together in Los Angeles despite the original report that Camila stayed behind. This content is imported from Twitter, so you may be able to find the same content, other format, or may be able to find more information at their website. But, you know, Camila heading back to England to restart filming on her new film, Cinderella. It will likely be a while until they're spotted together again. Filming is currently set to go into September, so there's a good chance that fans will see them reunite again then. So what do you think, Courtney? Do you think that they're still together? That could have been an old photo Camila posted. You know what I mean? I think being in a relationship with someone for a long time, you have some of their, you know, sweaters and shirts lying around that you may throw on. So I don't think it's crazy for her to be seen wearing that. How do you feel about it?
All I want to say, Wesley tied it up. Girl, just as perfect. The split is fake. The relationship is fake. His friendship with Taylor is fake, which I would have covered in my response. He is fake. She is fake. The fakery of it all. And y'all know that I love to call this the sham called Sean and Cam. Ooh, I haven't said that in a minute. Y'all know it's the sham called Sean and Cam. Shamila. The scam. Scamila. Alex, I truthfully haven't been invested in this because I don't believe it. It very much gives me theater production of, girl, I don't even know, because I'm not showing up or buying tickets. So if they are broken up, I hope that they can find someone that they actually do like and love and date in real life. But if they're not and the scam is still ongoing, well, you know what? I imagine Sean has an album as part of that relationship deal. So we haven't gotten that yet. So go off.
Yeah.
I'm sure if they're not broken up, certainly by the end of Sean's next album cycle, they will be over. Girl, contract up. Speculation, not confirmation.
Well, yeah, I hear you. I guess, you know, I think it's probably over, and I think that these were just, you know, fans trying to salvage their favorite couple. You know what I mean? Like, just fans love to do that. But let's talk about a couple that is very much still together: Gigi Hadid and Zayn Malik, because this is some fun. Gigi shared a photo of her baby mom. If you haven't seen it yet, they're these beautiful black and white photos, very tasteful. On Wednesday morning, She showed off her pregnancy figure in a fittingly stylish manner, sharing a series of black and white photos on Instagram, posing in elegant, sheer outfits that displayed her silhouette. While sharing the pregnancy photos, she reflected on her experiences on the road toward welcoming her first child with her boyfriend Zayn, of course. She captioned these growing an angel. She captioned one of them, another one with the date 7/26/20. Cherishing this time, appreciate all the love and well wishes. She captioned a third post. Will never forget creating these special images with my friends. And she tagged them all. Thank you. I love you. So a number of Gigi's, famous friends reacted to the photo shoot in the comment section, including Ashley Graham, who called the images stunning and added that pregnancy is the best feeling in the world. And then Carly Kloss commented, absolutely stunning. Queer Eyes, Tan France, any Queer Eye fans chimed in with, wow, these are beautiful, G. So, she's getting a lot of love, and she looks stunning. I love these. How do you feel about this, Courtney?
She looks like an absolute work of art. I know I bring this up every single time we talk about them, but oh my God, the Yolanda in this woman's face. I love it. I think that Gigi is just stunning. I'm excited for her to have her baby. And y'all know I don't even care about babies like that, or at all, rather. But I just think that for certain women, they truly do have like that sort of aura that you can see through something like a photograph and be like, ooh, she's going to be a good mother. I feel like they're going to be really good parents, her and Zayn. I wish that we could get like some sort of reality show, because I feel like that could be interesting, but we know that that will never happen. Zayn is minding his business in the bedroom with the door shut and the blind shut too, I imagine. So...
Exactly. But I love them as well. I think that they are a beautiful couple, and I can't wait to see this baby, because we know it's going to be stunning. You know what I mean? Between Gigi and Zayn, I mean, this baby's going to be beautiful. But
DNA in there.
DNA, the lashes. Zayn has these like long lashes.
They lashes, girl.
They're gonna look good. They're gonna be like dark, but light, but maybe tan. But they're gonna be stunning. Anyway, it's about that time for our other favorite families that are dark and tan and beautiful, the Kar-Jenner family. So let's get into that Kar-Jenner tea time family, because it is that time of the show. Let's do this.
Alrighty, if you guys are ready for all of the tea from behind the Kar-Jenner gates, be sure to turn your volumes down for Kar-Jenner tea time! Hello to everyone in my studio, which is no one, just myself.
All right, so let's get into this news, because Lamar Odom and his fiancée Sabrina announced their wedding date. But Khloe has stayed silent over the engagement. A lot of people are talking about that. So former NBA star Lamar Odom and his fiancée Sabrina Parr revealed their wedding date and wedding hashtag in a joint announcement via Instagram. So their wedding will take place on November 11, 2021 in Miami, for what the couple refers to hashtag the Odom's last dance. Lamar captioned his post, quote, when you got a real one, you got to keep her at Get Up to Par. Sabrina captioned the post, we both experienced many relationships, been married, divorced, you name it, we've been through it. But this right here will be our last dance. Can't wait to marry you, big man, kissing face emoji. So even though Khloe and Lamar remained amicable after their divorce, she didn't publicly congratulate Lamar on his engagement to Sabrina or this news as well. So what do we think about this? Are they throwing shade to Khloe? How do you feel about this, Courtney?
I don't think they're throwing shade to Khloe, because Lamar, as far as I've seen, only in my experience, Lamar has only had good things to say about the Kar-Jenner family in general. So I don't think that they would even try to shade the family. But I am excited that Lamar and Sabrina are announcing their wedding date.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Really loves her, I feel like.
I agree. I think, we're all kind of rooting for Lamar. I feel that he truly, really loved Khloe, and that's something that, we can't forget. But it's good that he's in a good place and he's found love also. Khloe's busy with Tristan and that whole relationship. So they both moved on and they're in a good place. And so I'm happy to see him happy, for sure. And I don't think it's weird that Khloe didn't respond because that's not really her priority. Maybe she did it privately. Maybe she sent him a text and congratulated him that way. But I don't think she needs to do it publicly, right?
Like I feel like she should, if she were going to make contact, girl, do what the celebrities do. As far as I see, girl, send them little flowers in the box. You know, and I don't even know if I would address it specifically just to Lamar. It might be to Lamar and Sabrina. Hope you guys have lots of positivity on your special day. Beautiful box of flowers. Boom, there you go. Not even a dent in the net worth. You know, something that just says, hey, I heard, it's no shade, good luck. Don't mind the drama that I'm about to be in back here, and say nice things about me in the interview. That's what I would be doing, just to make sure that we good, even without having to, you know, speak on the phone or text or anything like that, girl. Send that little box.
Yeah, completely agree. Well, speaking on the phone, that's the only thing that Kris Jenner was able to do with her mom during, of course, this quarantine going on. And Kris got very emotional as she reflected on how much she missed her mother, MJ, while the entire Kardashian clan has struggled with quarantining during the pandemic, of course, in a brand new clip for the upcoming season. So you see her wipe the tears from her eyes during a family Zoom video call with Kendall, Scott, Kim, and Khloe in a sneak peek. It was released today. Kris could not, fight back her sadness. She talked about how lonely, MJ is. MJ's 86 years old. So, she has at home just like all of us, but she lives alone. So I'm sure that was very emotional for Kris to kind of, have that on her mind at all times, and go through that. At least Kris has family around her, and, the other members of the family, they have people around them, but MJ's kind of alone. So I can't even imagine, what are your thoughts on this, Courtney?
It's very sad. Not to go off docket, but you bringing up the elderly just triggered something that happened to me yesterday, Alex. Don't you know I was scrolling on Twitter and I came across, and you guys that have older people in your life, did you know, Alex Schiffman, that they make like robotic pet, I don't know what I'm doing with my arms, I can't see, like pet robotic companion toys for the elderly? So like when they get lonely, I guess they like pet the robot dog or cat, and the cat go like meow. I saw it, like Hasbro makes it. Right? I thought that was the cutest thing ever. And I said, oh my God, for the old people who's maybe they don't have a lot of family, or maybe they're lonely, maybe they're trapped in the house like MJ. Y'all need to get MJ the little kitty cat. Now, MJ can probably afford many, many, many luxury kitty cats, darling. But Hasbro, y'all need to make sure y'all send Miss MJ something so that she's not lonely. Now, what's she gonna do without Kris and the kitty cat wigs?
I know, it's heartbreaking to think about that. I didn't realize also that she's 86 years old, and this must be very difficult for her and lonely. And I imagine, like you said, all elderly during this time that can't see their family and friends, and it breaks my heart. And I totally feel for Kris and the family going through this, because I can't imagine. And I'm sure a lot of T-Tribe members, let us know in the chat. Was there anyone during this time that you really, really wanted to see and you weren't able to see, or can you relate to this story? Maybe some of your grandparents or mothers or friends, let us know. But while you're doing that, let's talk about this Kanye suing the Ohio election officer because he was rejected from the ballot. So this is crazy. Kanye, of course, wants to stay on the presidential ticket. He's suing Ohio State Republican Secretary of State Frank LaRose a day after the election, and rejected nearly 15,000 signatures and other paperwork submitted by Kanye's campaign, which deemed him unqualified as an independent candidate for president. So the Ohio Secretary of State cited mismatched info on the documents as the reason for tossing them out. But according to Kanye's suit, he didn't have the right to do that in the first place. So Kanye's defense, it's the Secretary of State's duty to accept any petition for any independent candidate as long as there's no protest filed and it doesn't break any Ohio laws. So Kanye is saying this is not lawful. Kanye has been booted off the Wisconsin ballot and coming up short in Montana. Even in his home state, Illinois, he was removed because more than half of the signatures weren't valid. So, but On the plus side for Kanye, he is currently on the ballot in the states of Arkansas, Colorado, Oklahoma, Utah, and Vermont. So he's made it on those ballots. I know how you feel about this already, Courtney. So do you think he deserves to be on this Ohio ballot, or do you appreciate that?
Kanye deserves to deliver us the hits. That's what he deserves.
Yeah.
He deserves to have a beautiful compound in Wyoming where he can have Kim visit when she want to see her husband, and he should be able to go and create music and do nothing else, and give us Yeezy by Gap. That should be. Those are the only things I want from Kanye is Yeezy by Gap, Gap by Yeezy, whatever it's called, and give us another holy something something. Since clearly we're not getting new bodies, so girl, you already know I'm finished with him. So not finished. I'm very upset with Kanye musically. So, girl, Kanye gonna do what he does. I'm here to let y'all know that it's all a distraction. Stay focused. Have y'all got y'all mail-in ballots yet, girl? Y'all know the USPS trying to get defunded. So make sure y'all get your mail-in ballots and get them in early, so that we don't even have to worry about Kanye being on anybody's ballot because we done already filled ours out already. So I'm not worried, Alex.
Yeah, I'm not worried either. All right, let's get to our OT story of the day, because this we're definitely worried about. We're talking about Katy Perry finally giving birth to her baby girl with, of course, Orlando Bloom. So Katy and Orlando welcomed their first child yesterday, a daughter named Daisy Dove Bloom. Look at this little baby hand. And of course, the daisy on Katy's nails. Love this announcement. Daisies are a symbol of innocence and new beginnings, while doves symbolize peace and love. And then, of course, fans will know that Katy released a single, Daisies, before welcoming her new daughter. So was she teasing the name? Like, was she revealing the name and we didn't even know it? Courtney, is this mind-blowing?
She might have been. Alex, I know I do this every single day, but girl, while you be going through the story, sometimes my mind just gets to cooking. It gets very cooking mama up in here. And now I'm sitting here. So remember when, well, you all may remember in general, when Lover was coming out before we had the name, one of the big names that were being speculated was it's going to be called Daisy. It's going to be called Daisy. It's actually the album, the title that I was like, oh, girl, I'm on board with Daisy. I wonder, Alex, if maybe Katy Perry and Taylor had some sort of conversation about baby names in the future. And maybe Katy said that, and maybe Taylor, huge speculation, maybe Taylor wrote a song about it. And maybe Katy said, well, I'm going to name my daughter Daisy. I'm going to write a song about Daisy since Taylor didn't release. You never know. Just a huge speculation. Just because I know that was definitely something that was being brought up around that time. But I love the name. Love the name. I love the song, Daisies. I'm just curious to know how Katy is going to tackle this era as a mom. Like, will we see the kid? Will she slow down? Because she didn't really slow down when she was pregnant, Alex.
I mean, I think, you know, she did mention taking a little time off and having this like extended quarantine, also known as maternity leave. So I think she will slow down a bit. I wonder if any of the songs on Smile will be dedicated to Daisy. I love the correlation between Bloom, Orlando's last name, and Daisy. I mean, I love that kind of stuff. So it's such a sweet name to choose. I'm interested to see Katy the mom. Will her music be less, you know, kind of anthems? Will they be more ballad? What will we get from her? I'm interested to see.
I think it would be very interesting for Katy to sort of change her brand from being the butt of the joke to being sort of like just woman. Like when I think of Katy Perry, sometimes I just think of like woman, like she does it all. Like she sings, she tries to dance, she tries to give us good albums every time. But at the end of it all, she's still human. And I think that sometimes people in general forget that women are still human at the end of the day. Right. So what if she came out and her brand was just like, I am woman, hear me roar. I'm raising a woman. Now I'm going to empower women. And then my daughter can look back and feel empowered. Like that girl, don't get me on the phone with Katy, girl, because we'll come out with the bag. Period. Imagine Katy come out, I am woman. And she came out and she was bald again. and said, I don't even care. I'm bald and y'all don't even have to like it. Because it was the fact that Katy folded. No, Alice, don't let me get passionate, girl. Because it was the fact that Katy folded. Katy folded because the people decided that they were going to stop buying her music because she wanted to become Zayn Malik and be a bald eagle. And to me, the bald eagleness of her not having hair had nothing to do with the fact that the music just wasn't up to par. So I feel like Katy, give us a solid, stellar album and lead the era, not being the traditional feminine sort of icon like she did with Teenage Dream. Like, that time is past. What is the face of a new, strong, confident woman in 2020 or 2021, girl, during the next era? Because I got to get to work and make sure that she does that for the next era. But I want more from her.
Me too. What if she just names an album Mother? Like, what if that is just
Mother? M-U-T-H. No, girl, the gays will get her. No, don't do that, Katy.
Yeah. We still have to do Mother, but we'll take it. But I do think that I'm excited to see this new chapter of Katy as a mother. And I'm excited for her in Orlando to kind of also start this new chapter. I know that they postponed their wedding, but hopefully, the wedding is next. So we'll be looking forward to a wedding. But once she, let her do the mother thing for a bit, and then we'll kind of get excited for the wedding. T-Trip, are you excited about this? Do you love the name? Let's get some daisies in the chat. Let's get some daisies.
And also, if you're watching this live, tell us in the chat. And if you're not watching live, tell us in the comment section below, what are some baby names that you love? It doesn't even have to be, I'm going to name my kid. Just some names that you love, because people be stealing, Alex. Just let us know. Tell us in the chat and in the comments. Let us know. We know we nosy.
Wesley saying, Katy Perry's 6th album, Call Me Mother.
Oh, because that's a RuPaul song. Now, you know what, Wesley? They call me Mother. Let me stop. It's a RuPaul song. Y'all need to listen to that.
I know. We got to stop. It's the end of the show. And what a show we had today. Listen, if you were with us from the beginning, thank you so much for lasting till the end, because we did have a few technical issues, but it's part of life these days at home. But we'll be back tomorrow, hopefully issue-free, for Shambong Friday, to have a little champagne and tea, of course. Courtney, if they're new here, where can they get a double dose of Courtney Revolution?
If you want a double dose of me, you can find me on my own individual YouTube channel for more pop culture mess, videos, fundraisers, all of that. And also on social media, just find me at Courtney Revolution. Take that name and type it up top. It all comes up.
Yes. And of course, I'm Alex Schiffman. You can follow me on all social media at Alex Schiffman. We'll be back tomorrow at 8:30 Pacific Standard Time. But before you go, make sure you give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe, leave a comment, share your thoughts on all the tea we spilled today, because we love to hear it. And on that note, Courtney, I think it's time to wash our hands. What do you think?
You got it, girl. We will see you tomorrow for Shambong Friday, 8:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And now it's time to wash your hands, Leo. You better wash your hands. Man, you better wash your hands, yes, ma'am. Wash your hands. Scrub your hands. Scrub your hands. You better scrub your hands. Scrub your hands. Just wash your hands. Just wash your hands. Miss ma'am, wash your hands. It's in.